But as marketers, I think we've been spoiled by like direct response analytics. Like I do something on the internet and now there's signups. I can attribute that and bring that to somebody and say, look, success. But marketing is full funnel. Marketing requires brand building and awareness, those billboard type things. What is kind of your approach and your advice to folks who are coming into marketing thinking about how do I build a brand to be a, from a startup from 0 to 1 million to 4 million? How do you invest? How do you make those justifications to your team and to the folks in the organization, like your stakeholders, like a CEO?
Yeah, there's so many levers and there's so many variables. I would say like it really depends on the risk appetite of the company and the founders. And I've met all sorts of different founders and everybody's different. I was very lucky at Superside. Like they were just like, we're gonna go big or go home. He was like, if we go bust, it is what it is, but we're gonna give it a good shot, right? So that was liberating because now you're like, oh, I can actually go out and do these like 5 different things and see what happens. And yeah, I might not have a job in 6 months or whatever, but I can go do that and figure it out. And it really felt like I had permission to do that. Um, I have friends in companies where the risk appetite just isn't there and they want to do this like slow burn and preserve their cash flow. And like their runway is only like 18 months or what have you. And it's a whole different ball. So there's no playbook, I have to say. The only thing I can advise is that, and what's been successful for me is like get like that agreement early on as to um, what do the leading indicators, like what does a good leading indicator look like? You're not going to get to success right away, but what is a great leading indicator? How do you know that you're on the right path? Get that agreement with whoever the powers that be, and then you just gun your way to that. So that could be again, I'll just use Superside as an example. We knew we wanted to rebrand, and we knew that a good way to test whether the rebrand is working, which didn't just include the name and the logo, but the whole value prop and who we were going after and the personas and whatnot. We knew that a good leading indicator would be, hey, if we spent the exact same, 10,000 or 20,000 we were spending every month, could we actually get more people to sign up for meetings with us? Just that. Maybe we don't close them. Maybe our price is wrong. There's a whole bunch of other things, right? Can I just get that person curious enough to book that meeting with us? That was a great leading indicator that we agreed on. And we showed as soon as we rebranded that skyrocketed. So we were like, we're onto something. Great. The persona is right. The value prop is right. All right, now let's scale this puppy. Right. So it's sort of like you just like backtrack the funnel. Like it's all the work that we normally do. We say, hey, how am I going to make $1 million in the first 4 months or whatever? And then you just like find a spot in the funnel where you all agree that if we could get to that, we would be happy.
That's a great point. I like the analogy of backtracking the funnel because I think folks often focus either right at the top of the funnel or at the bottom of the funnel when it comes to either branding or like, are we launching this new campaign or not?